Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are back with oh, we are back with week 3 of the raising money and melons for Palestine. This week we do have some stories to cover, and I think let's just get right into it, inshallah. I do not have my notes open, which you know what? I'd probably do that. Let's just open those real quick. Let's open them here. Just bear with me for a second as I just opened the notes. Oh, wrong one. Week 3. There we go. Okay. We got our notes. Let's go back into thing and just oops. Okay. Bismillah. Let's begin. So let's just get set in the journey before I actually start talking, because I need to kind of like get my head in. Let's go. Where do we go? This way. Hopefully my host doesn't drown. So the plan today is, as we talk, to just get back home. Now that is a very scary cave. The plan today is to get back home with all the melons that we've acquired, and inshallah if we find more. I just broke it, didn't I? Oh, come on. That's very bright. Okay. Come on, buddy. Come with me. Don't get lost, please. Oh, more melons. Let's get all the melons we can. I think it would just be better to talk about the stories today on while we're in like a safe place, which a mangrove swamp is not. And I think we're actually going further away from home. Oh, more melons. Is there anything in a mangrove swamp that I can take that I can do? Oh my god, let's go. No, 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 please. I messed up real badly, bro. Okay, that was way too scary. How did I just kind of like got bugged out there for a second. There's more creepers. Do I risk going that way? Five-head bushes. I really like five-head bushes, you know. Yeah, let's not go that way. Oh, gunpowder. I need gunpowder. Where did my horse go? I right-clicked the boat and the horse like. Oh, come on, this horse, man. There he is. There he is. Come on, let's go. Stop running away. Keep hearing creepers everywhere, man. It's not dangerous. It's not safe. Let's go. Oh, savannah biome. And I don't think I've been to this one before. Whoa, that looks nice. And scary and dangerous too. That is a massive, like, overhanging mountain, you know. I really like this place. I think if I spawned here, I would definitely stay here. It is really nice. Now let's go back. Whoa, look at the color changing that's going on over there. That looks really weird. Oh, and it's not going to rain there because it's not a cold biome as well. I will build a base here one day, inshallah. Now, let's begin. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The first news is saddening. The first news is that this week, the death toll of the Palestinians has risen to over 51,000 people. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. And it's shocking because I just remember a few months ago, I was like, wait a minute, haven't I heard that number before? And then I realized that was the number of injured people that we originally that we had not a couple months back, but almost like half a year ago, I think. In fact, around September or June, around summer of last year, I remember hearing that number, right? And I was shocked because 51,000 people, that's half of like 100,000. It's subhanAllah, it's so many people. And I think the numbers kind of get to us sometimes. Like because when we hear a number, we just kind of shrug it off. But 51,000 people is, subhanAllah, it's so many. And now that number is how many people have died rather than just injured. May Allah help us. May Allah help them. May Allah save the Palestinians. And I'm sorry to start off with that, but that is, we're here to kind of obviously speak out the truth here, speak out what's going on. And right now, it's not getting any better. Fortunately, we have to remember the situation isn't getting any better. Oh my days. Oh my gosh. That was, oh my days. I'm gonna try to stay on topic. As crazy as that was, I need to try and stay on topic. So, with having said that, right? We have to keep doing whatever we can, and that's why even though this week I don't actually have a lot of news, but what I do have, I will try to keep it significant, inshallah, because we need to keep obviously doing what we're doing. We need to keep spreading the news as much as we can. Can you some water? Yes, you can. Whoa, that looks weird. So that's why we're still continuing this series. Okay, that's a lot more quiet now. I like that. I cannot focus on two things at a time. Oh, come on. Do you see what I mean? Don't hit my horse. That's right, come towards me. I'm gonna unleash my horse and just leave him in the water. Is my inventory that full? Oh my days. I've got some junk here. I do have some junk. I knew I had some junk. Oh, let's put the melons in the melon box. Maybe that's why. Oh yeah, we're almost full, which is good. Alhamdulillah. Okay, now I'm gonna leave you next to the boat, and we can't leash entities to other entities yet, but once we do, pandas. Let's just get these melons, and I'll be able to see that creeper this time because it was night time before. It was really annoying. I did not see that creeper, but alhamdulillah, my shield came in clutch. That skeleton's gonna shoot me now. Yeah, let's just avoid that creeper. You know, I have a lot of bamboo. Let's just give these pandas some bamboo. Oh, I don't have any bamboo. Never mind. Let's just get some bamboo. Here, you guys have all the bamboo in the world, and then your baby can have all the bamboo in the world. Okay, you ate it all anyways. That's nice. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Where was I? This is quite difficult, by the way. Another reason of these streams is for me to kind of get used to talking on stream, because I plan to do a lot more, inshallah. Like, the plan is to keep doing these as much as we can. Let's go. Also, I'm only getting, like, my frames are like weirdly lagging for some reason. Coming back to the topic, right? I'm not very confident in speaking about this because it's just, am I portraying the message correctly? Starting off with the death toll, I think, is quite a negative undertone, but inshallah that should push us to do more. We shouldn't let this genocide continue. We have to remember how big it is, and the fact that the number is getting bigger, it's not getting any smaller. The next thing I want to talk about was um, quite the opposite tone, and that's recent accounts of Israelis visiting Thailand, and apparently the number has increased, and I'm not sure exactly why the number has increased, but it has. Right? And what I've seen, I saw a video the other day. Um, it does have some people dressed inappropriately, so just be warned. I will link it in the description still, just obviously for reporting sake. Um, what I saw was that these Israelis, they were kind of mocking the Thailand culture, and like they went to some Allahu Alam, I don't know what it was, but I think it was a club or some sort of party or event or gathering, right? And they they were kind of messing around. They were messing around and they were annoying the people, and the locals kind of got annoyed, right? And they were gathering around in like a circle around this Israeli tourist, and then they just said, you know what, they couldn't take it anymore. They started beating him up. They started beating him up, and then somebody in the comments, funnily wrote, uh, "They watch out, be careful. They have a tendency to occupy illegally occupy areas." And then, so the video was just like of the people, the locals getting annoyed, and I read that this was something that was increasing, and this isn't really a journalistic article to mention, but it's just something I thought I'd mention. And the reason why I thought I'd mention it is because of this characteristic that the Israelis carry. When I refer to Israeli, by the way, I'm referring to someone who uh, supports the occupation of Palestine, the illegal occupation of Palestine for the purpose of settlement under the same ideology. Meaning anyone who falls under that ideology, I'm calling them an Israeli, right? So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that because this characteristic, right, uh, of them just kind of not being pleasant people wherever they go, there's clearly something that's wrong with them, right? There's clearly something that, like, okay, that rings alarm bells. Like, okay, yo, if these people are seen for doing this and they're also seen for doing this, like, what's going on here? We should do some investigation into this, right? Why is nobody looking into this? Why is nobody looking into their characteristic, right? Or is it because we don't need to? We're seeing what's going on in Palestine. And as much as the media wants to cover up and say whatever they want to say and censor whatever they want to censor, right? We know the truth, and we know that the media can't cover it up anymore. It's too late. The damage has been done, right? The world has seen what Israel is capable of committing. As many lies as they spew out. It's been a year. Give it up, bro. Sign out. It's been so long. I don't know why they are still trying to cover up everything that they're doing. Just be honest at this point. It wouldn't make a difference if they were honest. Of course, what they're doing is terrible, and it's a shame that human beings can do such things. It really shows something else, and that's that we as humans, as a planet, right, as a whole planet, we need to collectively agree on an ideology that works, right? And of course, I believe that Islam is the truth, and I have my proofs and whatnot. However, I'm just saying, look, we need to get to a conclusion on these things, because if we don't, morals will be gone, societies will be destroyed because of people like the Zionists and the acts that they're carrying out, and their supporters who are helping them and aiding them and supplying them. If the world continues on baseless values, if the world continues on no morals, then we're going to get to that point where people will have no idea what to live by. That was just a side point I wanted to mention. So it's just something to think about, whether you're Muslim or not Muslim. Think about the morals that you live by, and think about these big questions that nobody really asks enough about. We ask these questions theoretically sometimes for fun, but we don't give it enough attention. and I think it needs to be given more attention because of situations like these that are starting to come about, and unfortunately they're becoming more common and more frequent, which is a big problem, which shows that there's something wrong as a planet. There's something wrong with us as humans. We haven't figured out what this something is yet. The second thing I wanted to mention was Gary Lineker of BBC was interviewed by someone. I'm not sure of the context. It's a video I came across. Uh, I'll link the Smile to Jannah video on this one, inshallah. Uh, also, once the stream has been uploaded. Now, this video was very interesting because it's someone who's very high up at BBC. Now, of course, they had to still be a bit biased towards BBC due to their own, obviously, because they work for BBC. Um, there's only so much risk they can take. But for what they did say, I was quite surprised because it's not like the neutral, safe views that the BBC have been taking or seeming to take for this time, which of course they haven't been neutral. They've been attempting to look neutral. You can clearly see in the headlines who they're targeting, who they're making look like the victim, and who they're making look like the oppressor. Am I going through a dead end? I am going through a dead end. So the things he mentioned, if I just recall clearly, he was saying he mentioned one key point he mentioned was about Ukraine and Russia, right? So he mentioned that the BBC, the interviewer mentioned something about being impartial, right? The BBC are impartial, and then Gary Lineker replied saying they weren't impartial about Ukraine and Russia, and it's something that the media do actually try to hide a lot. The fact that they were impartial about Ukraine and Russia, and suddenly when it comes to this whole thing, oh, we have to be balanced now, we have to look at both sides, you have to look at it as a conflict, whatnot. Conflict is a big word I've seen that's being passed around. It's not a conflict. A conflict is two sides clashing, right? Two sides. You have your own side, I have my own side, and then in the middle somewhere we clash. And then but then, like, there's a safe side. Like it seems as if it creates an image in my head of like a battlefield, right? And this is very difficult because I'm trying to explain this and talk at the same time, but then I stop like rowing. It creates an image in my head of a battlefield. So in the middle you have the battle that's going on, right? Let's get this. And on the sides you have like each camp, and each camp is safe. That's what a conflict is, right? A war or a battle. Whereas this is not a conflict because this is one country, one place. In fact, that's another topic. Israel and Palestine. Where is Israel and where is Palestine? These things are important questions we need to ask. And we know the answer, but it's just that people are redefining these because nothing is being said about them, right? So we need to firstly clearly define, where is Israel and Palestine? Where are they? Are they next to each other? No. They are not next to each other. They're not like the example I gave of a battlefield. Rather, is one place, right? Is one place. And two sides are fighting over the same place. Now let's look at what these two sides are. One side is supported by the world's most powerful countries, including America, and the other side is, and I say side here, I mean like the other party, of course, because I just established that there's not sides to this. The other side is a resistance. The people, the local people, who firstly have been there for years, centuries. Centuries? Yes. Centuries. Only slowly to be invaded by the other side, right? And if you look at the history books, you'll see what I mean. Only to be invaded by the other side, slowly and slowly. But if you look at the maps over time, you'll see the small percentage of Zionist occupied land, which grew very quickly after the 1948 Balfour Declaration. And if you guys would like me to do a stream on just like the history of Palestine, firstly I need to research it properly so I can clarify everything I'm saying. But if you'd like me to do a stream on that, I think that's a very important thing that we can get done, inshallah. Now, After this Balfour Declaration, which declared that the end goal of Palestine was to make it the end goal of the Balfour Declaration was to make it a state for the uh, Jews, or a Jewish state, basically. Um, this that either, I'm not going to say that because I'm not sure about it. Um, this is when everything started. I need to calm down. Yeah, have a horse. I mean, have a carrot, not a horse. I want to have a carrot too. After this, right, that's when you start seeing on the map everything change slowly, slowly, almost like I'm sorry to use this word, but almost like a disease. You can see the colony, colony. You can see the area of Israel start to spread, and the reason why I say it looks like a disease is because uh, it starts in small little spots, really, and it grows. Those spots grow, and those spots grow, and those spots grow, until eventually, um, you see the spots kind of start merging together, like lesions, like lesions on your skin. If anyone has a similar skin disease, you know what I'm talking about. Um, so then these spots like spread and grow bigger, bigger until now, where firstly all the major map apps, Apple Maps, Google Maps, have replaced Palestine with Israel in terms of naming, which shows, of course, what you're trying to do here. Because if you search up Palestine, Palestine is a country that still exists, right? But where is it? Nowhere to be found. So what? Who's fighting where? And because of this, people might think that Israel is the actual country, and this is a big problem. And that's why we, as Muslims and supporters of Palestine, need to make sure we refer to Palestine as Palestine. Israel is not a place. Israel is not a place, and it doesn't exist. As much as you want it to be, as much as people want it to be, it does not exist because Palestinians still have a right to that land. They are illegally occupying it, right? So Israel does not exist, and we need to make sure that it stays that way. Meaning, we need to make sure Palestine is called Palestine. In fact, but the thing is, some people may be thinking, oh, then where should the Israelis go? No problem. They can at the start. Let's go back to the start, right? No problem. They could have stayed in Palestine. There was no problem with that originally. You know that. It's the fact that they are trying to take over and make it their own land. Muslims, Christians, and Jews lived for centuries in harmony under Islamic rule in history, right? It's only recently, when the Israelis came and tried to take over, is where all this conflict has begun. Now, of course, I'm not saying that in history, both the Palestinians have been completely innocent. There were some points in history where Palestinian armies or militant groups were actually quite violent, and I think this is also important to mention as well in history. However, nothing has been on the scale as it has been in the past 2 years and also longer since 1948, right? Since this whole ordeal started back in 1948 with the Balfour Declaration, it has never been as bad as it has been now. The dehumanization, the complete dehumanization of Palestinians was never a thing until now, to the scale that it has been presented today, with the world choosing sides, right? And I mentioned this last week, but why I don't know if I went into detail. Why are countries like America and etc. dealing with problems in another country? Well, to be honest, we all know that America and the other superpowers of the world like to buy in other countries' businesses. They love it, especially the UK, right? And they like to keep their people out of the way, which is where we come in and get distracted with social media, games, and whatnot. Ironic, I know. So it's important that we mention these, and it's important that we have live streams like this, just raising awareness about these topics. And that's another goal of this series, to raise awareness in places where people may least expect it. Nobody expected to be talking about Minecraft and Palestine on a Minecraft stream. Sorry. So that's why I'm here to talk about it, because they don't want me to talk about it. That's the second story. Oh, lost connection. Oh, I lost connection to my monitor. Oh, come on. Come on, mate. Where did you go? We're having some technical issues. Um, you know what? I'll just leave it. I need to see my thing. My monitor is not working. Okay, whatever. We can't really do anything about it. Let's just firm it. Now, the third point I want to mention, I did start. I roughly started some vague points. An update on the law case. Now, I wanted to mention this, but I actually I'm not going to link this in description, not yet, because I need to find out some legal stuff first. But the law case regarding the deprescription of Hamas as a terrorist group in the UK, right? This an update on it is that they are actually looking, and I have to be very careful with my wording here. The legal application seeking support in the form of publicization, pub, publici, publicity. That's the word I was looking for. Publicity, and I can just hear a cat meowing outside. That is a very loud cat. So the reason they need this is because they need as many voices to support them as they can in order to get a public rally, so that this case can obviously have more support. Similar to what we're doing here, basically, where we need voices, right? And subhanAllah, it just goes to show, us as a people, we have a lot of untapped power as a community, right? And it really goes to show what people can do when we're united, subhanAllah. So if you would like to support them, leave a comment on this, inshallah, and I'll see what I can do regarding sharing this whole ordeal, because it is an important matter, and it is something that, oh, wrong keyboard, it is something that we can and should be able to support. I'm just gonna put that volume down. Yep. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, no problem. I should probably have that open. Sorry guys, just 1 second. No. Okay. Okay. So the legal case is something that we should support if we can, inshallah. And if you do find the link, then please do go and support them. I think the best place to start mentioning support for them is X right now. X. And I think they have Instagram as well. So if you do anything online, if you post anything online, right, please do utilize your platforms to for good. Right? Please utilize your platforms to speak out, because that is honestly the least we can do, you know. So if you are able to, please use your platforms, and not all of us are. I think if you're able to watch this video, most likely you're able to uh, show support for them. Now that I've spoken about, those are the main three things I wanted to speak about today. It was, I know it's a lot less. Usually there's some more stories that we talk about. One thing is I was it didn't kind of like come up on my feed as much. So I should have gone out my way to search for a bit more. However, those were the main things I want to speak about today. If there are other stories, please let me know. And for the rest of the stream, inshallah, I'll kind of go in and out where we'll speak about it if anything comes to mind. But for now, let's just focus on getting back home, especially in this dangerous night time where all the mobs are. Let's go. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. I am. Okay, yeah, I should be. My battery is dying on my second display. Once we get home, I want to leave the building project for next week because I don't really have any ideas. So if we have time, let's see what happens. This is a very nice, flat, hilly place. Hilly and flat. It's like hilly at the bottom and then flat at the top. I really like 1.18. Like the way it kind of before 1.18, like land used to be very flat. Like, it used to be very low down, and then a mountain would be like where that hill is now. That would be a mountain biome. It was really small. Is that a diamond? Okay, no, it's chainmail. Is that a hole? Please, that's a hole into a bigger ocean. Oh, that's a small little river. Let's see if we can make through it. Make it through. Oh no! We can do it, 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 we can do it. Yes, let's go. Yeah, but now look, the land looks way more like smooth and natural. Before it was like, you know how it is over there, like it would just be like that, but throughout the whole land, and it wouldn't like look nice. But now it's like it got these really nice like grooves to it where it like kind of goes up straight. It's really nice. And then you turn shaders on and bam, freeze. This also looks really nice, but it doesn't look really nice because it's going at 10 frames a second or 820. 20 is decent, you know, at full resolution. Let's just turn them off for now though. Also, I should probably sleep. Oh, drowned. Oh, that looks very. Oh, that is very nice. Subhanallah. Yeah, I know it's Minecraft, but you know, I can still say Subhanallah. Every now and then I just look at technology. Not even technology. I just look at anything that's manufactured, and I think to myself, that came from a rock, rocks and dust. Uh, Tell me how we made from rocks and dust. We made Bluetooth and sand and water, right? Like subhanallah, that is honestly amazing. And the other day I was thinking about it, and I think someone mentioned in a video of I completely forgot. Um, but also that's very nicely placed well. But when we look at us creating things, right? Also, let's just kind of rest in this village. When you look at us creating things, we're not really creating anything because Allah placed the materials firstly. Yeah, we know that. But Allah also gave us the intellect to be able to create those things. Not only that, but Allah is the one who made it possible for those things to be created with those materials in the first place. So it's like obviously, it's not like we made it. We just figured out that, oh, fire plus water equals obsidian. I'm joking, by the way. I know that's not how you make it, but um, just an example. We know that, for example, fire and water makes obsidian, but we didn't cause that to happen. We just, oh, fire, water, obsidian. Wow. Uh, but then Allah is the one who gave those materials the ability to do that. In the same way how Allah made it possible for electricity to be a thing, and Bluetooth to be a thing, and for what else is there? Radio, microwaves, all that stuff. SubhanAllah. And we just kind of like take it for granted. Is this another new biome? I haven't. I always think I've explored a lot of my world, and then I realize how much of my world I've actually explored. Also, it's starting to get very hilly, which might be a problem for later. But I still like it. It does look nice. So yes, one that really humbles you when you think about it like that. Where we can't create anything. We're just mixing stuff together, you know what I mean? And hoping that something useful comes out of it. Like cooking. Tell me, who decided, whose idea was it to put milk, eggs, flour? Firstly, whose idea was it to grind wheat into flour? That is a very nice cave. I think we might find diamonds there. We don't get knocked off. If I don't get knocked off, that would be very sad. Diamonds. Should we go there just for the diamonds? Buddy, stay right here. I don't know where you are. I don't know. Oh, I thought I saw him on top of the thing. I gotta get those diamonds. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Okay, there. Am I making a mistake? Am I making a mistake? Am I making a mistake? No. We're getting the diamonds. We're getting the diamonds and we're getting out. Dude. Oh no, we're getting out. Yes. Mission success. In fact, I think we should just fly home now. Where's our horse? Okay, let me see if I can land on the horse. Hey, we did it. But I'm just gonna have to mute up real quick because give me 5 minutes, I'll be back inshallah. I'm back. Sorry for the break. Someone has mentioned in chat, if you're still here, please give me a thumbs up. or something like that, because people usually I usually ignore me. I don't see messages, and then they kind of disappear. But fair enough. I'm not very good at this. If you're still here, would greatly appreciate if you could stick around. Did I leave the link in the description? Okay, Alhamdulillah, I did. Let's see how. You know what? Let's check an update on how many people have donated. Oh, 0%. Inshallah, we will get there. Maybe today just isn't the day. Um, I think I might need to abandon my horse as well. Is that calcite? No, that's diorite. Okay. Another thing, you know what? Now that we're in the stream, I may as well mention it. But another thing we need to raise awareness for is our brothers and sisters in Sudan, who are also going through a very tough crisis at the moment. And that is, of course, the civil war that's going on in Afghanistan. So, if you do know any links or any people who are fundraising, please do write it down in the comments or let me know. I will, inshallah, if you guys want, I can also set up another fundraiser with the same charity as the current one that we're with. What happened to my horse? As the current charity that we're with, to raise funds for Sudan. I just need to double check if they do actually operate in the area. Um, I'm not sure exactly if they do or not. I want to get a new. Oh, can we get a new wolf? Yes, we can. I like that brown wolf. I lost my lead. Is it there? No, it can't be all the way back there. I lost my lead. That's not nice. I should have another one though, surely. Yep, I got another one. That's good. My dog will teleport to me, but my horse won't. I don't know why I'm getting this horse back. It's so bad. It doesn't even have a good jump. Okay. Um, stay with me, please. Our brothers and sisters in Sudan. Sorry, as I was mentioning. Whoa, what was that? Calm down, mate. Our brothers and sisters in Sudan are going through a very tough time, right? And they also need our help because this is something that we can't overlook. While the world focuses on Palestine, yes, we should definitely give our attention to Palestine, but we shouldn't forget anyone else. I don't know how much I can say because I haven't really like messed around with YouTube's terms of like guidelines and stuff like that. But honestly, sometimes the truth just needs to be spoken about. How much longer are we gonna stay quiet for, on these topics? How much longer are our brothers and sisters gonna suffer in silence while these platforms that we have, which should be used for good, aren't being used for good reasons at all? And again, as I said, this is the least we can do, just speaking out about them, making sure that their voices are heard, making sure that they're not suffering in silence at the very least. Then we focus on ending their silence, you know, helping them, saving them, rescuing them. But first we need to let people know that it's happening. Then we can figure out the solutions with the people that we have. Alright, mate. No need to Winnie. No need to giddy up. If anyone has any tips, by the way, on how to talk and play at the same time, it's quite difficult. I'll be honest. It is quite difficult. I do struggle with it. Let's go. I can hear a lava pool somewhere, which is not good because if I crash into it, I don't wanna crash into a lava pool. Almost fell into something else. I like this. Oh, I like this hill. Do we get more? Do we go for more? Yes, first try. I have 2 bones left. Will I get it first try? Which one of you? You're on my right side. Yes. One more first try. Oh, that's my dog. Will you get one more first try? Will you get one more first try? Yes! We got 4 first tries. Let's go. Alhamdulillah. Which way is home? No, that's not home. We're going backwards. It's this way. Oh, whoa! That really scares me when the dog makes that noise. It sounds like it's dying. That's part of the new personalities update. Like they added personalities to dogs. Not the personalities updates. That sounds crazy. But the Spring to Life update drop, whatever. I'm still calling it updates. I just drop is long. Ouch. It really sounds scary though. It sounds like my dog is dying. Why is there a zombie? Oh, I got a big dog as well. I got a big dog. Okay, I can't go there. Mushroom. That's nice. Oh, these ferns are nice. Oh, not very good, not very good. Okay, there we go. This green grass almost looks blue now because I was... Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 buddy. We just have some golden carrots for that. Sorry about that. Can't let that happen again. And now it's nighttime. Fantastico. Oh, this is the risky part, you know. Like, this is the part where I could lose all my doggies. But I don't get dog teleportation is weird because I remember on Hermitcraft, right? Uh, I do know Hermitcraft. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Zombie Cleo walked 5,000 blocks and somehow her dog's teleported with her. I'm so baffed, like, cause I walked. Whoa. Or maybe it's because it's a server. Oh, that makes sense. Maybe it's because it's a server. Because I'm on a single player world, the chunks aren't loaded, but on a multiplayer world there are. Let me just. Yeah. Oh, I got 4. Oh my days, I forgot I had 4. Um. So basically, yeah, every now and then I just kind of need to, like, do this. Get them teleported here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, don't get in the boat. Don't get in the boat. Don't get in the boat. Oh gosh, that was a few. Oh, it's a fishing rod. Okay, I gotta get out of here, boy. Stay away from the trident, the drowned. I'm so bad at names. About here, let's just side dock. Okay. Oh, okay. Go. Is that a birch forest? I mean, not birch forest, a forest. Is it in new chunks? I don't think that's in new chunks. I think these are old chunks because I can't see like any of the new stuff. Where's my... Okay, I got scared there. I thought my horse was gone. Alhamdulillah, it's still here. Let's just go teleport my dogs to here. No, where are they? Is it too far? Am I too far gone? Is there no hope? Let's go back a bit. Let's backtrack. Come on, doggies. Any second now. No. I don't wanna accidentally hit my horse. That's way too risky. That looks nice. Whoa, that looks cool. It's like it almost missed the tree. In a boat. Okay, let's go back a bit. Because I think it's too far. This should be close enough, right? Oh, Enderman. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Now I've got to really be careful. So this, I have to do it more often than I thought. So let's just do it like, say, over here. And also, let's just sleep here for the night. And we're actually almost out of time for today. So let's just try to get back home as quickly as we can. I doubt we're going back home today. 1, 2, 3. Where's the other one? Where is the other one? You know what?